What's going on YouTube? It's Brazen back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Madden 20 video for you guys here today. I was actually very mistaken on these daily egg huts. I probably should have read it a little bit better. Sometimes I just skim over it and I don't read it. So basically the way it works is when you find the egg for the day, you finish up the rest of the challenges for candy currency. So after playing the first challenge, if I go ahead and click into it, you can see that I unlocked the rest of them. So I actually got my egg already, but I'm going to complete all of them for candy, and I advise everyone does that the same. But since there is 10 challenges for this that are going to be every day, I'm going to go ahead and make a video off of these and how to beat them. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and hop into it. Even though I got a 3-star in this one, we're going to go ahead and redo it. So I was mistaken because I thought each challenge was going to be unlocked daily, and then you either had a chance at an egg or you didn't. But it looks like no matter what, you are getting an egg every day, and then the rest of the challenges turn into candy. So like I said, I already got my egg for the day, but I'm going to continue to do all 10 of them for the candy. And on top of it, I don't know, maybe you can get multiple eggs. We will have to see. Depending on what it does, but I want to go ahead and show you how to complete all 10 since it is going to be daily. I advise beating all 10 no matter what, so I'm going to show you how to do it. Some of them aren't hard, but they do take a little bit longer, so I want to show you how to do that. So this one, you got to score a rushing touchdown in 3 plays. So this one's pretty easy to do, but it does take a little bit of time if you don't get lucky. So what you got to do, right here, we're going to hit a juke. We're actually going to hit the double juke, and then we see Le'Veon actually is able to get outside. So we're going to go ahead and get that 75 and a touchdown. So that will be easy in 3 plays. So just like that, we get the stars. Boom. 1, 2, and 3. And the thing is, we want the extra. We want to go for 3-star because we want that candy. That's kind of the point of it. So right here, we need to complete 8 passes in 10 plays, score a passing touchdown in 8 plays, and score a touchdown this drive. So basically, we got to complete 8 passes in a row, and on the 8th one, it has to be a touchdown. So that is going to be, like I said, a little bit hard, only because, it is going to be a little bit of a predicament on you can't get any incompletion. So I don't think the difficulty is going to be hard, but just you can't throw any bad balls because if they get tipped and you drop, you will have to restart. So when we load in here, we will go ahead and do it. So these will probably take you, if there's 10 of them, probably take you 15-20 minutes every day to go ahead and do them. I advise doing it because each one's going to give you 200 candy. So 200 times 10 is 2,000 candy a day. So it's gonna really help you with building names, in my opinion. So we're gonna go levels Y corner, and right here it looks like Juju's probably gonna be the one open on the quick slant, and he is. So we're just gonna go ahead and possession catch it. I'm not gonna hurry up because there is 8 plays you have to do, and it is 4th down right away. So I probably should have got the first down. It is what it is. You can still live with it, no big deal. I'll just throw it to Ebron right here. We do know we have to keep in mind you can hurry up if you want. It's just really preference on if you want your team tired. I don't really like to get my team tired, but it is what it is. I guess I'll just hurry up a couple plays. So that's 3. You have to keep in mind you have to score a touchdown on that 8th play. So you got to keep that in mind. There's 4. And we can't have any incompletions. So we're just going to keep running the same play. We know it's pretty much the same thing. Here's 5. Le'Veon's going to go ahead and get his feet inbound. So we're not going to hurry up on this play. It's 2nd and 5, so we still got time. We still have yards. We don't want to get too close because we do have to make these completions still. There's 6. So we're going to have to complete 1 more and then score the touchdown. So we want to throw it to Ebron or Le'Veon if possible. 7. And then now you have to score the touchdown. So, like I said, it gets nervousing because right here we have to score a touchdown to go ahead and do this. And there we go. Ebron comes open again. So that player makes it easy if you can throw it to him. But it's super preference on what play and who you throw it to. So right there, 3 stars. So this one, get a sack in 4 plays, force a turnover in 4 plays, don't allow 50 yards. It's easy if you can get the sack. That's the first part. And if you can get a sack, fumble, and force the turnover, that would be the easiest way to do it. So you're going to want to go ahead and just 3-4 all-out blitz. It doesn't have to be 3-4. I just found it to be a better blitz, or it just works for me. You can do mid blitz from nickel double A gap. A lot of people run that. Or if you're really good at running like those cover 2 sync plays, but personally I don't care to run any of those. I'll just all out blitz. It seems to work best for me in my opinion. So when it loads in, we will go ahead and get to it. And the servers are definitely going to be slow today. Just keep that in mind. Whenever they drop new promos, we already got a little bit of a delay with it coming out, but whenever they drop new promos, they usually mess up the server. So just make sure you keep that in mind if you are playing any weekend league or anything like that. So right here, I'm just going to play as Paul Malu. Actually, I'm going to play as Minka because I think I can blitz on this side better if it's not a run play. And it is a run play, so it's not the biggest of deal. We have to get a turnover in 4 plays. So we have to hopefully get a sack on this play, and then we'll be able to get a turnover on the 3rd play, or maybe we can get a sack fumble. So if they hand it off, it's a little bit of RNG. There's not really much you can do. Gun bunch, we know that we can still try to do this. We're going to try to get there on the blitz. And we're going to get the pick, but we're not going to get the sack, so we will have to restart it. If you don't care about getting 3 stars and you're just going for the eggs, I guess it doesn't matter. But for me, I will just replay it real quick. Like I said, it is a little bit of RNG just because you want them. The best is if they play action pass out on like 1st down, because a lot of times you come free. If you're playing TJ right here and they play action pass or they do something like that, we can see he basically comes free, and then you're able to get the sack fumble and then pick it up, and you can fall down. If you need to score points for like your master or anything, go ahead and just run that in. But for me, I don't need it. So boom. 3. Next one, get 4 first downs, rush for 30 yards, and then complete 6 passes. So once again, it's not completely hard. It's just the fact that it is going to take a little bit of time because you need to get those 6 passes and 30 plus rushing yards in 4 first downs basically. So it's definitely possible, but you have to kind of be precise. So what I would do is get the 6 passes first, because then you can rush for like 50 yards, let's say, and then it still only counts as first down if you do get the yardage. So they definitely made this one pretty hard to do. So reading through them, that's why I definitely felt like I wanted to make a video, because some of them are a little bit more difficult than others. So we're going to go ahead and run. So we know we need 30 rushing yards. So we don't want to get closer than the 30, which we really can't because of the first downs. So right here, we're going to throw it to Juju, and now we don't want to get the first down right away. So that's 1 pass, but we want to try to get 6 passes with maybe like only 2 first downs if possible. There's 2, and there's 1 first down. We're going to do it again. There's 3 completed passes, and we still haven't got that second first down. So there's 4 completed passes. Hopefully he doesn't get the first down right there. That would actually be super beneficial, and he didn't. Perfect. So right here, we're going to throw it to circle again. There's 5 and the second first down. Can you get down? It's super annoying when they do make you break tackles when you don't want to. So there's 2 first downs and there's 5 completions. So here's 6 completions, and we're going to fall down. So now we have 43 yards. We need 30 yards, and we need 2 first downs. So what we're going to have to do, and I meant to go inside zone right there, is we need a first down, but we need to get a lot of yards as well. So we're going to come inside and break a couple tackles, and that's not super good. We've got like 8 yards and a first down, so we need about 22 yards to go ahead and get the first down. So we got to get to like the 10-yard line basically, but you don't want to score because it won't count as a first down. So once we get inside the 10, we're going to go ahead and fall down because we know we got the 30 yards, and boom, just like that. That should be 3-star, 1, 2, and 3. So this one's super easy. Don't allow more than 5 yards. Don't allow passing or rushing yards. Basically, just don't allow any yards. So this one's it's easy in theory. You just got to actually get the stop. But it is easy and quick, a lot quicker than some of the ones you do have to do. So when we load in here, and obviously, like I always say, I do it in real time just to show you how long it truly does take. Even if there is like a mess up or something, because you want to see where you can go wrong. Obviously, you guys don't want to watch 20 minutes of mess ups, but sometimes it is good to see one mess up. That way, you know what not to do if you do get into a certain challenge or if something happens, and you're not ready for it. So right here, like we said, don't allow any yards. And we know we are in the first quarter, so it's super easy. Just go ahead and go base block right. And it's not any yards, but it's 5 yards, so I basically consider that any yards. So he does have 90 speed on the outside, so keep that in mind if you are, like on a little bit slower of a team. I have 99 speed, so I'm not really too worried. And then Troy gets the pick, and just like that, that should be 3-star. And then we see 1, 2, and 3. So right here, pass for 75 yards. Don't throw incompletion, score a passing touchdown in 4 plays. So right here, you're just going to want to score a passing touchdown basically as fast as possible, which we can go ahead and get that done. That's going to be no problem. We're just going to go to our best pass play. And once again, it does depend on what team you have. How easy some of these are. All of them are on 1 star, so they're not like as hard as like something like the Gauntlet. But of course, if you have an 87 overall team and your receivers only have like 92 speed, it might be a little bit harder to go ahead and get it done. It's not impossible. It's definitely not super hard, but might be a little bit harder than if you have a really, really good team like myself. So we need to pass for 75 yards and score a touchdown in 4 plays. Basically, we got to pass for a touchdown in 4 plays, and that'll get us to 75 yards. So I always go to PA crossers. And then what I do, so this is like cover 3. So what I'll do is I throw Juju on a go route, and I try to hit him up the seam if possible. And he is going to be there. He is going to outrun this safety. Like I said, they're not super fast. So Juju, he has probably like 97 speed on my team. So he outruns everyone. But if you have like 92 speed, you can still make a lot of the same throws. For this one, we got to rush for 50 yards in 2 plays, which once again, that one is not terribly hard. It's not luck. I don't want to say it's luck because I don't believe it is luck, but it is a lot of luck in terms of just how they line up or what plays they run, because sometimes they do run plays that make it very hard for you to actually, get done. Just because if they overload one side that you're running to and you're not running like an even play. And I always run out of inside zone. But if you're not comfortable running out inside zone because your players aren't that good, what I would advise doing is going under center, because then a lot of times you don't have as many players to beat. So personally, inside zone works for me. Even when I play on like my secondary account, I'm always perfectly fine at inside zone. But if you don't want to run inside zone, you could also try something like basically a single back close or something like that, because we can see it's like a pretty much balanced formation. So as long as they make the block, you just have to juke usually like a safety and then juke another safety and you're gone. So it's really preference. I know I needed 50 yards, so we're good. I definitely ran that 78 yards, but whatever, that's good enough. But you can see if you want to run like single back close like that, it works just the same. So this one, score passing touchdown 7 plays, complete 7 passes, and pass for 70 yards in 5 plays. So basically, this one's going to be a little bit tough because you need that 70 yards in 5 plays, but then you need to complete 2 more passes past that for a touchdown. So what you're going to have to do is complete 70 yards in 5 plays, then complete a 6th pass, and then score on your 7th pass for a touchdown. So this is what I'm talking about with sometimes it's a little bit harder to complete. So hopefully this video is going to help you with that. And if you do get to this point, hopefully it does. It's really super beneficial for you because it's going to be a little bit tougher. You really have to be perfect. It's not that it's a hard challenge. It's just the fact that you actually have to be pretty perfect to go ahead and get it done. So as soon as we load in here, this loading screen always takes forever. Can't wait for new consoles where we don't have loading screens. Anyways, complete 7 passes, but with that pass for 70 yards in 5 plays. So that's why you really got to make sure you read them right, because you would be completing the 7 passes and then realize, oh, I didn't get it done. So I always just put level Y corner on my audible just in case I do something wrong. So we could tell this is man. So we have to get 70 yards in 5 plays. So what we want to do is you don't want to get the 70 yards in too fast, but we do want to get it. I'm going to go ahead and put him on a go route only because he's going to break this press really easily, and I can just hit him right behind it. I already knew that he was going to do that because it was a linebacker and Juju's really good. Right here, it looks like it could also be man again. So this is play 3, so we want to get some yards once again. So right here, we're going to be able to get like another, 15 yards maybe? So we're at 3 passes. We have 2 more plays, and we need to get a lot of yards. So we're going to go ahead and throw it up the seam. But we don't want to get too many yards, unfortunately. That's 4 passes. So in the 5th play, we need 7 yards. So 7 yards actually isn't that much to get on this play. We're going to go ahead and hit Juju. He gets about 10 yards or something like that. That's totally fine. Right here, we just want to make sure we don't score. So now what we want is don't score, but catch it. We have to complete that. And then now we have to score a touchdown on this play, which is the 7th completion. Hopefully it's a man and this linebacker blitzes and makes it easy. He's not going to. So we're going to have to kind of get, not lucky. We did mess up there. So we missed scoring that passing touchdown in 7 plays. So you will have to restart it. And you definitely want to read. I probably should have called timeout. Actually, it doesn't look like I have called timeout, or I have timeout. So right here, it was really unfortunate that linebacker didn't blitz. It makes it a lot easier if they do blitz like they just did right there. So there's 12 yards. So I don't know the math off the top of my head, but 70 yards in 5 plays. It's not hard to do, but you need like probably, what is that, like 15 yards per play almost, if not a little bit more. So Ebron is going to be open right here. So we know that's 3 plays. So 2 more plays, and we need to go ahead and get it a decent amount of yards. We're going to go ahead and hit Juju on the quick slant and get him in there. Like I said, you don't want to be too close because you want to give yourself room to, we need 13 yards right here. So we will hit these 13 yards definitely. But this does make it more difficult for where we are now because we can't get a lot of yards to score. So I'm going to put Juju on a drag actually because I think it might be man still. But we don't want to get too many yards. And actually turning to that drag actually was super beneficial. So they're actually going to come in goal line, which is super beneficial right here because of the fact Juju should be wide open. I'm going to put Manuel on a slant as well just in case. But Juju should be wide open right there. And there it goes. That's 7. And that's the 3-star. 1, 2, and then 3. And then get a sack in 5 plays. Don't allow any yards. So basically don't allow any yards and get a sack. So what we want to do is get that sack and then just get the turnover to get the ball out of their hands and get it done with. If it is possible. If it's the 4th quarter, you definitely have to just get the stop, which hopefully you get a sack fumble. I didn't see what quarter it was. And like I said, this is going to take you probably 15-20 minutes. Just because of loading screens, if you do mess up, anything like that, even though it's not necessarily a hard set of challenges, it definitely always takes time. That's what they're created for. So don't allow yards and then get a sack. So that get a sack in 5 plays is the most important. And like I always say, if you can get a sack, fumble, and just get it over with in 1 play, by all means, go ahead and do that. Since they have like this, a lot of tight ends in here, I'm going to run Minka, so that way if they do pass it, and TJ was almost there. How many yards is that? 9 out of 50. We're okay with that. TJ was almost there, so that's super unfortunate that I wasn't able to get there. And right there, we actually don't really want to get that stop. So what you're going to do right here is just restart it. Because since it's 2nd down to start, you don't want to go to 4th. You don't want them to punt because then you're going to have to punt back and get a sack in 1 play basically. Actually, if they punt it, it would be over, so you won't be able to get the sack. So what we're going to do, since it's 2nd and 10, we're going to go ahead and run the same thing. And they run it, but that's not a big deal if they run it. Now it's 3rd down, so we want to get a sack. So if you get a sack first, then if they punt it, it's still the same. You don't need to get a turnover since it'll be 4th down. So we are going to get here, hopefully. And TJ actually gets it done. Clowney's going to pick it up. We're going to fall down once again, and boom, just like that. Get that challenge over. So next up, and we can show you, just want to make sure we get the 3-star. I know we got the 3-star, but just make sure. So score a rushing touchdown in 3 plays and then gain 85 yards this drive. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. If you're not confident in scoring a rushing touchdown from far, you can definitely just go ahead and run like PA crossers, get close, and then run it in. Personally, I'm pretty confident in running from far. I don't think I need to go ahead and get down to the red zone to score a rushing touchdown because for me, either way, it's whatever I do. If I can bust it open with my running back, it's the same as throwing PA crossers because I have so much speed on my team, being a really high overall. So as soon as Kurt Warner gets off my screen and we can go ahead and get into this. Score a rushing touchdown in 3 plays, gain 85 yards. 85 yards does not have to be rushing, so you can definitely run PA crossers. What I would advise, if you're confident you can get a touchdown by rushing it, I would rush it first on the first play. If you're not able to get it, maybe then go PA crossers. You can see right there, I mean, I break a couple tackles. I always run in like that because that way they take a terrible angle. If you run inside, they take an angle towards you, and then you're able to just run outside of them like I was. And right there, boom, we get it done. Super, super easy. So just like that, that's all of them done. Like I said, it's literally almost 20 minutes on the dot. So just let me know down in the comments if you have questions about any of them. But please watch the video all the way through, or at least, skip to the ones that you need, because a lot of times I get questions and it's answered in the video. So, hopefully if you watch them, it'll visually be easier for you to track it rather than my words. That being said, drop a like on the video if this does help you out. Subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, and as always, I will see you next time.